Hello and welcome. My name is Abbott Sim and you're watching the Easy Option Trading course. Thanks again for watching these videos. I really appreciate you taking the time to learn about options. So in this video, I want to talk about implied volatility. Now this is the last and fourth major factor that affects the price of an option contract. Remember, within option pricing, whatever gives you better or worse odds of making profit and how much profit relates to what the option price would be. And so first off, what is implied volatility? Well, implied volatility is expected price move in the underlying asset, i.e. stock. Good thing to note, one thing to note is it's forward-looking. It's not backwards-looking. It doesn't take into account what has been done previously. Rather, it looks into the future of what price movement would be. It doesn't necessarily say that price will be going up or price will be going down. It's saying that price is about to have some sort of movement based on the IV. So it's a measure of what price movement will be in the future. Times of high IV or times of high price movements is during a bearish market. During those times, you'll see price move down much faster rather than in bullish markets where it is a low IV and prices tend to go up steady and slow upwards while it tends to fall fast in a bearish market. Another instance of a high IV scenario is an earnings report. So say for example, if Cisco had an earnings coming up tomorrow, you'll see the IV be pretty high the day before because there's an expectation that price would move. And you can see this in the stock price. So if you look at, let us go with, let's see where I can find it. So here, so let's see, oops. Let's go with charts up here, Apple. So here was an earnings date, and you see that prices kind of dropped during the day of, but once the earnings came out, you see that price dropped dramatically from about the closing price on here is 130.75 and it dropped all the way down to about 122. So that's a big price movement within Apple. And so that's when you can kind of see IV be really high. Now, how does IV or implied volatility relate to option pricing? Well, remember, whatever gives you better or worse odds of making a profit and how much profit determines the price of the option. In this case, when implied volatility goes up, the likeliness of making a profit also increases and the price of the option increases. The likeliness of making a profit increases because, going back to our last video on time value or time till expiration, as you increase in time, there's a likeliness of more price movement, thus your likeliness of making a profit increases. Well, this is the direct factor of price movement. So as you have more price movement, more likeliness, there's more likely that you'll be able to hit your price target. Now I want to show how IV is shown in the Thinkorswim platform. So let's say we're going to go Apple. We're here on the August options. On the right side shows you a percentage of 25.2% and a number of plus or minus $6. So within the next 24 days, there's an expectation that the price will move about $6.50. And that's what the implied volatility is telling us. However, this number of 25% doesn't have much meaning because it doesn't show us relative to previous previous times, because this IV can actually go above 100%. So one thing you can look at is, if you go down to the option statistics, you go down, you'll see is IV percentile, or it could be also known as IV rank. What this shows is the current implied volatility relative to the last 52 weeks of implied volatility. So that is given in a range of 0 to 100%. So as of right now, it's about 25%, relative to, is in the 25th percentile. So that seems like it's pretty low. We can also look at some other underlyings, let's say with Cisco. So Cisco right now has a really high IV rank of 81%. It could be that they have earnings coming out, or if not, it could be they just been in a bearish time. So let's see what it is. CSCO. So it looks like there's been some downward movement within Cisco, some downward movement here, but regardless, what it's being shown that it has a high IV rank. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys, and thanks again for watching these videos. Bye.